Good afternoon, folks. It's Joe Anderson. I'm back at you again with another book review. So, a little bit ago, I finished reading Chinese Musical Instruments by Thrasher. He's an ethnographer, ethnomusicologist. And this book is part of a series called Images of Asia, and with Chinese music being just a part of the series. So, this book is overall a fairly, I say, academic book. If you're looking for an instrument, if you're looking for a book that has a really quick snapshot of Chinese musical instruments or history, this is probably not the book that you want to read. Probably can consider a college level text in terms of the concepts and wrapping your mind around the different instruments and how they've been viewed throughout Chinese musical history. He starts off by talking about the ancient Chinese musical instruments. Then he goes into a discussion of Han literati and the guqin, that ancient Chinese musical instrument. And then he talks about the more popular instruments, which he calls common practice instruments, and how those have been used in different performance contexts. Then he talks about different regional styles and genres of music, like Jiangnan Suju, Chueda, Guchui, and such. And then he ends the book by talking about advancements in Chinese musical instruments in the 20th century. So overall, the book is pretty heavy on the facts and the information about these Chinese musical instruments. He includes some nice pictures throughout the book, so you can see what these instruments have looked like, and some of them get very, very detailed, as you can see here. He also has some colored photos and pictures of live musicians. You can see right here, this is the guy on the front of the book playing his pipa in the Tang style period, when it was horizontal and had less frets. So in general, with the book, if you're coming in with kind of no understanding of Chinese musical instruments or Chinese musical history, it may be a bit hard to get through. It may feel overwhelming at times. So maybe if you have like a starter book, that might be better. But regardless, once you leave the book, you'll have a greater grasp of understanding of the large array of Chinese musical instruments. There's more than 10 or 15. There's tons of them. You'll have a greater idea of when certain instruments came into use and practice in mainstream Chinese society, and when they left, which ones continued until today, and how they changed and maybe structure or how they were played. Like the pipa used to be played sideways like this, but most commonly it's played vertically nowadays. And you also have some understanding of different regional styles of music, like Suju, which is a very popular genre, silk and bamboo type of music, using Central Eastern and southward China. Just two critiques of the book. One of them is that while he does have a geographic map of modern China on the back, and this book was published in 2000, so of course some things might have changed. It helps with his discussion of regional styles of music, but it would have also been nice to have a chart of the different Chinese dynasties chronologically at the back of the book as well, since he does reference those throughout the book, and you may have a hard time sometimes figuring out, okay, wait, which dynasty did this instrument come from, and which did it, when did it enter Chinese society, and things like that. So a chronological chart of the dynasties would have helped as well. And the title is a bit vague, and this book does go into a reasonable amount of detail on certain topics, and so a more descriptive title, maybe like Chinese musical instruments from a historical perspective or something like that, would have been a little more helpful. But once you look inside it, then you'll get an idea of what you're in for. But he does have an index at the back of the book. If you want to go revisit a topic about a Chinese musical instrument, or a certain topic that you missed, or just need help connecting with another instrument or topic. He has that index in the back of the book, as well as a bibliography with other reference to works. So again, overall, this book will help give you a greater grasp of the large variety of Chinese musical instruments and how they have made their way into Chinese society throughout history, the different performance contexts, some regional styles of music, and such. So if you maybe want a book that talks more about a specific type of instrument, this is probably not the book. Maybe this one a little more so. I did another review about this book by Chang, Chinese Music and Music Instruments. It goes into some detail about how you play certain instruments. And this one, as of 2011, I collaborated with Gloria Wong, UAT, Chinese Musical Instruments and Performance. This one, I still have yet to read, but from the looks of it, it does go into greater detail about how you play certain instruments. And so this one may be more along the lines if you're looking for that. But if you're an ethnographer or a Chinese music enthusiast, I definitely recommend that you check this book out. Catch you around for my my next book review. And again, Happy New Year. Take care.